It's another sad day, isn't it, in the world of the golden age of Hollywood. Sadly, today we lost another great icon, Gina Lollobrigida. Wow, what a woman, eh? And a lot of people have been asking on social media, online, etc. Neil, did you meet Gina Lollobrigida? Well, in a way, I did. So as ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London, and as ever, nice to see you. Hope you're all keeping well. As I say, Gina Lollobrigida, what a woman, you know. And when you think about it, yeah, again, actually, a lot of people don't know this, but she actually met our wonderful late monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, on 3 separate occasions: a Royal Film Command performance, another festival, and then another film performance too. So again, when we spoke, and let me explain the background to this. I actually was interviewing Tony Curtis, her co-star from Trapeze. And I asked him, of course, what was it like working with the beautiful Gina? And obviously Tony had been a bit of a ladies' man, as we all know, in his time, got to grips with many beautiful women throughout his career. But what Tony let slip was the fact that he felt incredibly attracted to the very gorgeous Gina. And during that conversation inside the restaurant in Harrods in Knightsbridge, very glamorous, Tony was there launching one of his very much highly anticipated art exhibitions. Tell you all about that a little bit later on. And he said, look, you know, if you want to speak to her, I've got her on the phone, I can get her now. And I thought, no, really? And the bottom line was, he did. Now, I have to say, you know, the lady that I spoke to was obviously of a certain age. Just the fact that you're allowed to speak to such an icon was pretty amazing. We had a very short conversation, I have to say, and I said to her, you know, what was it like? What did you enjoy? And she said, I suppose Tony's telling you all about our wonderful time in Trapeze. And she said she loved the film, but actually was afraid of heights, as was, yes, Tony Curtis. The only person that didn't and wasn't afraid of all the heights was indeed its star, Burt Lancaster. I asked her about all the major stars that she'd encountered, and as ever, she was simply wonderful. One of the biggest things that she said, though, that she thoroughly enjoyed was a short tenure on a soap opera called Falcon Crest. And she said that the bosses of Falcon Crest wanted her to be a long-time person on the show. But according to Gina, it was the star of the show, Jane Wyman, who didn't really like other Hollywood legends having a long period in her show. Apparently the same thing happened to another Hollywood icon, Lana Turner. Nothing like rivalry at any age, is there? But Gina was, as I say, just everything you would have expected and more. She said one of the things that really fascinated her was, obviously she met another icon, another huge sex symbol in Marilyn Monroe. And she said, you know, when people talk about beautiful women and they dubbed Gina the world's most beautiful woman, she said that was true beauty. Marilyn exuded beauty in and out. I asked her if there were any roles that she would have liked to have played had she not been, you know, doing what she did. And she said the problem for her was that once the press had dubbed her the world's most beautiful woman, period, you know, she couldn't get any other kind of work. People only hired her for her good looks. The film apparently she was most proud of was Buenos Aires, Mrs. Campbell. She said that was the time that she actually felt that people were starting to take her seriously as an actress. As, of course, the phone call came to a close, as I say, it was simply wonderful. And Mr. Curtis, as ever, who became a good friend, was incredible to let me do that. You know, there's no two ways about it. I would have loved to have seen Gina in the flesh. As you know, she was a very astute woman and worth quite a lot of money in the end, simply because she sold off all of her jewels. She said she had no need for that. She made a lot of work outside acting, being a sculptress and an artist. That's how she made her money. I asked her if she missed acting in itself, and she said no, she definitely had the best of days. It's amazing, isn't it, to think when you look at things like that. Gina, though, as I said, remained an icon. The one thing that she always underplayed was the fact that there was this alleged rivalry between her and that other Italian super sex symbol, the spaghetti queen herself, Sophia Loren. She said we're totally different people, we're totally different actresses, and she could not see the reason why the press put them in the same bracket, other than the fact, of course, where they both came from. But she was very, very kind about Sophia. She said, I think she's a wonderful actress, and it's a shame that we're always put together in this particular way. I asked her who she admired in the world of, you know, film, theatre, all that sort of stuff. She said the actress that she really thought was special was none other than the silent queen, come talkie queen, Greta Garbo. She said now she, to Gina, was a true artist, a true actress. And the bottom line was, she said, people will remember her for many years to come. I suspect, seriously, the same will be said of the beautiful Gina Lollobrigida. And as ever, thank you, Tony Curtis, for allowing me that opportunity to chat and at least have that wonderful conversation with a true Hollywood icon. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.